What's it really like to be a black man in America? I expected a delayed response, but Reggie jumped right in.
When I was teaching my son how to drive, the first thing I told him was to lay his wallet on the seat next to him so he could get it without reaching into his pocket if the police pulled him over.
You're kidding me.
No, I wish I was. But this is a snapshot of what it's like to be a black man and have a black son in America. If Dominic gets pulled over, he knows to roll down all four windows, turn on the dome light so that the officer can see him, and keep his hands at 10 and 2. I taught him that before I taught him to put on his seatbelt.
Man, we've been friends for more than a decade. How could I not know this? I guess I never asked. My tone was apologetic, but even that felt weird.
That's okay. It's something I don't really talk about, but I've had some crazy experiences. I can't tell you how many times white people have heard my presentation at different events and said afterwards, "You speak really well for a black man." They think it's a compliment.
That can't be true. Can some people really be that dense?
It actually happens a lot. They also ask me if my parents are white. When I tell them, no, they're black, they seem surprised. Professors at my predominantly white Christian college told me I needed to speak better than the white students to make sure I never give white people a reason to say I couldn't understand him because he's black. I know white privilege is a touchy subject, but I felt it when white people put me into a category that says he shouldn't be able to speak like that. He shouldn't be able to reach me.
This was the first time Reggie had talked about racism with me. Why haven't you spoken out about this stuff?
Because I've never wanted everything in my life to be about race, and because I guess I didn't think it would change anything. But now I'm having conversations that help me think otherwise. The other day, one of my college roommates dismissed the issue of racism because he said we were all fine back in college. Me, the black guy, and them, everyone else at school. I reminded him of the night all my roommates burst into my dorm room wearing white sheets and igniting lighter fluid on my wall in the shape of a cross.
No way that really happened. In the 1980s at a Christian college?
Oh, it happened. It was a joke. I knew they loved me and meant no harm. I laughed along with them at the time, which I probably shouldn't have done. They didn't realize how much that kind of stuff affected me. I never told them, but the worst wasn't their jokes. Most of my friends didn't know that Minneapolis police repeatedly stopped me when I walked home from work at night. I had to show my school ID and wait for them to verify my identity simply because I was a young black man walking around at night. When I shared this with my roommate, the one who thought everything had been fine all those years ago, he was speechless. "Why didn't you say anything?" he asked. I was like, "Bro, what could you have done?"
I honestly didn't know. I struggled to find the right words, then admitted, I hate to say it, Reggie, but I think a lot of white people feel that way. Like we don't know what to do. We have assumed a lot about the lives of black people in America. Some say that we've let our systems sin for us. All we have to do is look the other way and keep living our lives, hoping that better laws and less racist talk means things are okay. We were taught to be colorblind, not to notice or talk about racial issues, so we wouldn't make our black friends uncomfortable.
I get it. Right or wrong, we've all had our reasons for not talking about racism in the past. But I think we've come to a place where it's something we have to talk about.
It felt liberating to speak so boldly on the topic. I appreciate your willingness to talk about it now. It's not your job to educate all the white people of the world about racism. It has to be exhausting. I know that you don't want everything in your life to be about race, and it shouldn't have to be. At times, I've been on the wrong side of this issue, as have many other people just like me. It's time for white people, especially Christians, to step up, listen up, and stand next to our black